Hello, everybody. This is Everyday Taipei. Today we're going to go to Huashan 1914 Creative Park. This is Taipei 101. This is Shilin Night Market. This is Taipei Main Station. And we're going really close by to this creative park right here on the blue line at the Zhongzheng East Road exit. Going to be walking 6 minutes to get there. It's very close, and we're just going to take a little loop around. The map isn't completely truthful. There's like a little walkway that'll get you in. I'm gonna go around and we're gonna end right at this little courtyard type area. So this is the entrance to the MRT. What's a little bit different with this is you see the number 1 is on the right side. Usually it's on the upper left or to the left. Not that big of a deal. Yeah. So this is the walk. Right now it's under construction, so things are a little bit tight. Huashan Creative Park, it's called Huashan 1914 Creative Park because it actually started out as a sake brewery in 1914. It had a couple of different purposes and went through a couple of different changes, and in I think 2007 is when they started changing it to what it is today. So the creative parks, if you're not familiar, a lot of people know about the night markets, a lot of people know about Taipei 101, but the creative parks are actually definitely go-to spots if you haven't been here yet. They have a lot of art exhibits and they have a lot of music, and they change it up a lot. So on any given month, you'll have different things displaying there. A lot of brands like to advertise their stuff there, so you'll get like free stuff like you'll see in a second. Another cool thing about this area is that it's right next to the Gonghua Digital Plaza. I'm butchering that. But basically, that's where you can get all the tech stuff that you'd want. So, like photography gear, video games, anime stuff. You can find it basically if you take a right and go up that way, you'll run into the plaza. It's a couple of different stories. There's a new building and like an older building, and the older building's really, really old school and has all these tiny little shops. And the newer building looks a lot cleaner and like has all the big name brands and stuff. So I went there for a couple of video games, and from my experience, the prices get slightly cheaper the higher you get up. To be honest, I haven't done much shopping there, but yeah, that's my experience. Yeah. The last couple times I've been here, there's been tents that have been set up, so I don't know if these are like a permanent thing. I came here on a Saturday or um, a Sunday, and they were set up. Probably on the weekends they're there. So if you ever come here, this construction will probably all be done and it'll all be fixed up, so it'll be way nicer than it looks now. This overpass, or this underpass actually, is pretty interesting because there's like a skateboard park. I didn't take a look at it. You might be able to see it when I cross this street and go down, but there's yeah, a place for people to skateboard. It's kind of a cool vibe. Yeah, to the right there. I don't know if you can see it. Hope you can. But there's like these grates, and that grate that you see there on the right on the wall, it's actually covered in these motherboards because this is kind of the section where all the um, otaku stuff is, I guess you could say. Yeah, so we're crossing the street, and this is where the creative park is, and this is where I got really offended because these Lay's girls were passing out chips for a promotion, and they didn't bother to give me one. I'm still bitter about that. Look at that. Bags and bags of chips, and I got zero. I turned around and got some later, but that that affected me a little bit. It was really hot this day. It's always hot in the summer. was like 95 degrees, but with the humidity, it feels like it always has like a reported degrees, and then in the weather app, they'll have like a feels like temperature, and it always is like 105, 110. So to the right, there's these girls who were helping moving the boxes, and they were just dying in there, not having a good time. So this is the beginning of uh, the action, right? So like these are like all pop-up exhibits. I think this was like a maker, not a maker space, but they have all these like crafting stores here, so you can make your own stuff. I think that's what's going on here. I really just went in because of the air conditioning, because it was so hot. Yeah, so this is definitely not a permanent installation. Just wanted to check it out. It's kind of cool. Across the way from here is like a coffee boba shop area. I didn't go in there today, but definitely want to check it out. It's pretty cool. You know me, I like my boba, so I had to check that place out. This place to the left here also has a bunch of like little small items that you can buy from local artists. It's pretty cool. To the right is a restaurant that's pretty good. Little bit pricey, but still pretty good. I was interested in what these people were doing. I didn't even know what they were looking at, and it's like just this fluffy cat that was dying from the heat. So everybody was just crowding around there trying to take pictures. I don't know. I got suckered in too. I wanted to see the cat. Yeah. So this is the kind of the main corridor where you'll see like everything, but we're gonna take a left first, kind of go around the back, and then come here. This little corridor is kind of cool. To the left, there's these kind of like pop-up stores. They seem to change every so often. Like this was a pop-up for like a coffee, a canned coffee that you see in the 7-Elevens. I don't know. They made it look really hipster cool, but I don't really think it's that good. I'm not too sure. This other pop-up here is, if you see the yellow frame, you'll see it soon. It's Lipton iced tea. I guess they're trying to make it premium or something, because yeah, this thing looks really fancy, and like I took a look at the menu, and I think it was a lemon black tea was like $5. It comes with like this quote unquote cool looking cup. I think you might be able to see it here. It's on the menu bar there above these people. But it was like $5, and normally boba here is like $2. So I was like, you get a free cup, but it's a Lipton iced tea cup. Who is that cool? I don't know. I just didn't need a Lipton iced tea cup. So I was like, this is not cool. And there's like a bajillion other boba places in this area. Yeah, so this is kind of the backside, and there's sometimes performers like here or where we're gonna end, but this is interesting, like a little juggler magician type dude. So to the right are more shops. Like right now, there's these like woodworking toys, or wooden toys, or puzzles and stuff. It's actually really quite interesting. Like they have like these samples out there that are like a lot harder than I'd like to admit, even though they're just for kids. Like I spent like half an hour once trying to solve one of these puzzles. I did finish and solve that puzzle, to let you know. So I like to always go into this room. I don't know why. It's a part of my like routine here. I don't know. Most of this stuff's all women's clothing and perfumes and soaps. So like I don't even know why I go in here, but I always come into this building. Take a look around. It's Cool stuff. The one kind of store that I like in here, we're gonna double back on it, but when we turn this corner, there's a place called, or she's an artist called EmmaAparty, EmmaAparty, EmmaAparty. This little that dog picture that you saw there, like a trolley dog looking thing. I think it's really cool. I follow her on Instagram. Maybe I'll put her Instagram link in the description. Across the way is the same thing. It's like, except I think they have more like snacks and stuff, so packaged snacks. And there's this restaurant actually that you can go in to the right now, to the right, immediate to the right. Yeah. I've never eaten there. It didn't seem that great. Here, there's like a little small courtyard. This is another exhibit space. Sometimes before this it was a clothing brand, a local kind of hip clothing brand, and now I think it's like a bistro cafe thing. This is another area with art exhibits in these buildings. So the art exhibits do change out regularly. I think maybe every once a month they have a new one. You can, at the kiosk, you can either buy for one exhibit or you can buy for all of them. I think it's pretty reasonable. I think it was like $5 for one. We went to this Bauhaus, Taipei, Taiwanese exhibit. They had a couple of Bauhaus chairs and stuff, and then they asked artists here to reinterpret night markets in the Bauhaus style. I don't know if it was so successful. It was interesting to think about, but did it succeed? I'm not so sure. Yeah, so coming up is like the main exhibit. So like I said, like this was the main corridor we were on, and these buildings are kind of the ones with like the higher ticket items. So this one's pretty cool. This month it had like I don't know, it's called Good Fortune Cats, and I think it was like different artists' renditions of Good Fortune Cats. You'll see, if you ever go to like an Asian restaurant, you've all been to Asian restaurants, they have like those cats with the paws that swing. It's for good luck, right? And so this exhibit was just all on those Good Fortune Cats. Obviously, wall covered in plants, instant IG clout. So you get a bun if you want your Instagram game to be popping. You come to these walls, you take those pictures, instant clout. Another reason to come to a creative park. You gotta do it for the gram, right? This is cool. I don't know how many of you guys know Yu Yu Hakusho, but this was an exhibit just on Yu Yu Hakusho. I love that anime. It's really cool. And I think it was actually free. So you'll see like to the right, there's like these cosplayers that were just hanging out for the day. It's free, but for this particular exhibit, they like gave away all of the tickets in the beginning of the day. So everybody lined up in the beginning of the day, took all the tickets, and so now they could go in and take a look at it. I was bummed, but I'll survive. I'll drown it out with definitely some boba. Did you see, I think we just passed those cosplayers, so rewind, take another look at it. There was a few, not a whole lot. There's actually going to be another cosplay con, anime con in like November. I want to go check it out. Maybe I'll make a video. So we're doubling back. I'm dying because it's so hot, but it's okay. I think this little cart to the right, they have some local beers here. If you guys like beer, there's a local brewery called Taihu Brewery that's really cool. Taihu, I believe. Brewery. I follow them on Instagram. Maybe I'll put their link down below. Sometimes they have like this pop-up shop here. It's like a Airstream. It's just like this Airstream, this silver Airstream, and they just like serve out of it at this lawn here. So this lawn is usually more active. Like usually I see some kind of event happening here. There's like uh, maybe some animal shelter trying to get people to adopt dogs, or like that Taihu Brewery's up here, like set up, like serving drinks. Like there's usually always something here, so I'm like surprised that there wasn't. But I was dying walking through here. It was so hot. Like you don't see anybody here. Everybody's in the shade. Everybody's trying to stay cool. So we're doubling back to where that Lipton iced tea place was. Kind of the end of it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, this place is kind of cool. There's like a second floor to this. Like if you go up those stairs where everybody's hanging out, you can kind of see a couple of things. There's like a cafe for coffee. Other than that, nothing else. It's pretty cool. I hope you guys like it. If there's anything you guys wanted to see, leave a comment down below.